From New Hanover County Schools Television, three-time Blue Ribbon winner for the North Carolina Schools Public Relations Association for Outstanding Electronic Media, this is your School News.
Welcome to Your School News for the week of April 6th through the 12th. I'm Ryan Spurney. Topping our newscast this week, Pine Valley Elementary Skypes around the world, Williston Middle School hosts the Clothesline Muse, and a Wildcat senior collects books for Snipes Elementary. Topping our newscast this week, Pine Valley Elementary School participated in a 24-hour Skype-a-thon. The class began the marathon of 33 Skype sessions with students from 27 countries across the globe, with a complete report from YSN reporter Bobby Blue.
It's the stuff of a science fiction novel, traveling around the world to Japan, Ireland, Greece, Los Angeles, and more in 24 hours. Pine Valley Elementary School students in Skype master teacher Beverly Ladd's second grade class got a chance to do just that as they participated in a 24-hour Skype-a-thon beginning just before spring break. Starting at 6 a.m., Miss Ladd's class began their marathon of 33 Skype sessions with students from 27 countries across the globe.
We're going to Skype for 24 hours. We first got here at 5:45 and we have these really cool t-shirts. And so far we've Skyped Serbia and Macedonia. We've Skyped Bahrain and Saudi Arabia, I think. We've Skyped Kenya, the Czech Republic, Poland, Ireland, and we're about to Skype Ecuador.
Ms. Ladd's Skype-a-thon was the first like it in the New Hanover County, or for that matter, North Carolina. She worked diligently to pull it together because she strongly believes that Skype provides an authentic learning experience and gives students a chance to explore and learn from other students from the comfort of their own classroom.
One group was in the library, and that was kind of like their downtime when they were finishing up their blogs, finishing up their travel journals, working on finding information, comparing the two cities that we had talked about, working on the wiki stuff. And the two groups in here, one was actually helping a Skype to the classes that were in here during the day Skype, and the other class was working on adding up the miles, tweeting, blogging, travel journaling, stuff like that. So that as we were Skyping, they were adding things to their travel journal about the country they were Skyping and looking up information to put in their travel journal. And their travel journals were amazing. I was just in there looking at them. We needed to take some pictures of them. They're awesome. They're like a collection of all that information that they've learned and they looked up. And if they wanted to know something else about that they didn't mention, they would go to an iPad and go look it up, or go to the blog and ask the class that we were Skyping on their blog. So it was really neat to see all those different pieces come together.
Each session provided students with the opportunity to talk with other students in other countries about their daily lives, what they do in their free time, what food they like, and what sports they follow. They talked with kids on another continent and learned about their country's climate, what they wear during the day, and how the weather impacts their lives.
It felt just exciting and just fun, and so we Skype. So it was 5 o'clock in the morning, and then at their time they were about to leave school.
In Ireland, they have a lot of sheep, and their national color is green. And Africa had a national anthem song.
Pine Valley Skype-a-thon was an amazing event and accomplishment for Ms. Ladd and all the students involved. Through this incredible technology, Pine Valley students were able to talk with students in other countries and learn about the world around them without the expense of physically traveling. It is truly a wonderful educational experience these students will never forget. Reporting for Your School News, this is Bobby Blue.
Williston Middle School has hosted a 2-week Artist-in-Residence program called the Clothesline Muse as part of a grant supported by the New England Foundation for the Arts, the North Carolina Arts Council, and the UNCW Office of Cultural Arts. The Clothesline Muse is a unique theatrical experience including dance, percussive music, spoken word, interview text, video, and interactive art. Artists Nena Freelon and Maya Freelon came to the school and shared the significance of the clothesline in African American history. Over the course of the 2 weeks, the artists worked with 30 students, helping them create 3 art projects to help them express how they saw themselves and take a closer look at who they were.
On my shirt, I have been creative around these 2 days. I have been writing about my childhood and about my present today, about what I like to do, and this has been a really fun experience to me. I have learned many things that I have not learned from Miss Maya and Miss Nina, and this has been fun to do.
The entire school participated in a final project in which each person designed a small segment of a quilt out of tissue paper. The individual sections were then combined together to make a giant piece of art. In addition to the 2-week residency, Nana and Maya also invited the students to a performance of the Clothesline Muse held at Keenan Hall. Overall, it was a fascinating time for the Williston students as they learned about art, history, and themselves. Thomas Coleman, senior at NHS, supported Snipes Academy while doing his graduation project. He collected new and gently used books for students. Thomas's goal was to provide students with books that they can read for pleasure. Like students everywhere, Thomas learned the love of reading at an early age, and this was his opportunity to share that joy. With an initial goal of collecting just a few books for Snipes Elementary, Thomas amassed several hundred books even before the actual book drive began. The success of this student graduation project was directly connected to Thomas Coleman's enthusiasm and creativity. The Wildcat went the extra mile to collect as many books as possible for the elementary school. He contacted community organizations and secured donations from various organizations, and also conducted a bake sale to raise funds for more books. In other news, Caroline Corder, teacher at Gregory Elementary School of Science, Mathematics, and Technology, is the recipient of a $1,346 grant from Triangle Community Foundation, together with Blogden IDEC Foundation, for the Ignite the Power of STEM competitive grant program. The program was one of 34 awarded in the statewide program. The program provides one-time grants to support science education programs and projects in public and charter elementary, middle, and high schools represented at the 2014 Bridging the Gap STEM Education Conference, as well as nonprofits represented at the conference who serve K-12 students. Ashley High School junior and NJROTC cadet Whitney Daughtry has been awarded the J.J. Conan Scholarship to attend the National Flight Academy in Pensacola, Florida for the summer 2015 program. Her scholarship will cover the full price of tuition for the 6-day program. The program is an immersive learning adventure in the world's largest simulated aircraft carrier for 7th through 12th grade students, designed to inspire interest in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Participants live for 6 days in a multi-story, 102,000 square foot facility surrounded by advanced technology, flight simulators, and virtual reality games that ignite imagination and encourage learning. Students at College Park Elementary competed in their school's annual Math Bee. The kindergarten students at College Park got to show off their math skills in a friendly competition with each other where the best math student was determined. All the kids were very excited to compete and prove that they were the smartest. The teachers were proud of their students who added, multiplied, subtracted, and divided their way through the competition. The Math Bee helped all the kindergarten students perfect their basic math skills, but the students weren't the only ones helped. The Math Bee was a fun and exciting way to help the students achieve extraordinary levels of speed and accuracy with their math skills. At the end of the day, the winners got a prize for their skills, but all the students got some helpful math practice. The 5th annual Holland Hustle is gearing up. Sponsored by the Carolina Beach Elementary School PTO, it's a 5K fun run and obstacle course in honor of 2 Carolina Beach Elementary teachers who died of cancer less than 2 years apart from each other. Paula Holland was a music teacher and Vicki Holland was a technology facilitator. The proceeds go to the music, technology, and PE departments. To register, visit the website itsgo.time.com/Holland-hustle. The 5K will be on Sunday, April 19th with a fun run at 1 p.m. and the 5K at 2:30. The event starts on the playground at Carolina Beach Elementary School. For more information, contact Kim Horde at 910-458-4340. Principals, it's time once again to nominate students for the President's Education Awards program. We've got 4 great reasons as to why you should nominate students in your school. First, motivation. Create the defining moment in a student's life. 2, reward academic success. The President's Award for Educational Excellence recognizes academic success in the classroom. Third, honor educational growth. This award recognizes students that show outstanding educational growth, improvement, commitment, or intellectual development in their academic subjects, but do not meet the criteria for the Educational Excellence Award. Finally, celebrate great students. Each year, thousands of elementary, middle, and high school principals participate by recognizing deserving students. The President's Education Awards includes a certificate and congratulatory letter signed by the President, the Secretary of Education, and the school principal. Last year, nearly 3 million students from over 30,000 schools were recognized by the program. Now, when your school news continues, we have an exciting lunch menu forecast. Plus, coming up in 60 seconds, we'll have reports on Superintendent polls high school students on their concerns, New Hanover County School announces the plans for this year's teacher trot, and Ogden Elementary students study the science of electricity. This is Your School News on Cable One Online. Look for our blue logo for all the latest news online at www.nhcs.net. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Thank you for calling your GED Pep Talk Center. All right, now, are you ready for your GED Pep Talk?
Being nervous is okay. It just shows that you're serious about getting your diploma.
A lot of things are scary. Heck, I'm scared of clowns.
No quiero oír. Danny, no lo puedo hacer.
DMC, life in your pep talk style.
Just keeping it real, Debs, just keeping it real.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Hey, going out like that?
Yeah, why?
Well, what would the neighbors think?
I see you! Come look at Mr. Feather!
Look what I have. Mr. Bird, remember?
Bark, bark, bark! We're just playing! We're just playing on trying to get you out of here!
Even still.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Welcome back to Your School News. New Hanover County School Superintendent Dr. Tim Markley will welcome 30 high school students to his annual Superintendent Student Advisory Breakfast. The participating students represented the district's 7 high schools and had an opportunity to meet with the superintendent to discuss student issues of concern. With a report on the event is YSN reporter Bobby Blue.
The annual Superintendent's Student Advisory Breakfast was held once again this year in the Board of Education Center. 4 students from each of the district high schools was selected to represent their peers in Dr. Markley's efforts to better address the needs of the students of New Hanover County. During the breakfast, students talked about teacher effectiveness, classroom structures, parking, technology, and graduation project.
I think the meeting was very positive for students since, like he said, they only talk mostly to the principals, school boards, and our teachers. But when you get down and you can talk to the students and you can see the environment they're in, it gives you a great idea on what's happening in the school.
So, I mean, I definitely was able to express my opinion, and I think other people were able to do so as well.
This annual event, started by Dr. Markley 5 years ago, is designed to generate awareness and understanding of the overall operations of the school district, which students can then share with their school community. The Breakfast Roundtable also gives students a voice to express their personal perspectives on how the district is run and have an opportunity to offer suggestions on how the district can be improved. Students answered questions from the superintendent honestly and openly, discussing the hardest parts of school and even sharing stories of teachers who were disengaged, condescending, and unprepared to teach class. On hand for the gathering were a number of school board members who also inquired about various aspects of school life. Once again, the Student Roundtable was a huge success for everyone involved, and it gave students an opportunity to participate in the growth and development of the school system that is a part of shaping their future and the future of their peers. Reporting for Your School News, this is Bobby Blue.
Mrs. Penegar's class at Ogden Elementary was hard at work recently on their science unit on electricity. Students explored how electric circuits work using the scientific method with hands-on inquiry lessons. The students' natural curiosity and sense of exploration enabled them to explore and learn on their own with little input from the teacher. The purpose of this investigation was to introduce students to the concept of electricity and dispel any fears they may have. Through the process, the students asked scientific questions, formed hypotheses, and tested with variables to draw conclusions. It was an exciting lesson as students learned about circuits, lightning, batteries, conductors, and all kinds of interesting electricity topics, as well as participating in activities that sparked their natural curiosity about electricity and science in general. Citing health concerns stemming from his fight against cancer last year and a more focused drive at helping other needs within the Hoggard High School athletic department, Scott Braswell stepped down as head football coach on Wednesday after 18 seasons. Braswell helped guide the Vikings to numerous conference championships during his time on the sidelines, in addition to an undefeated season and state title in 2007, along with a number of other accolades he's received over the years as head coach. Braswell missed a majority of the 2014 season after being diagnosed with chordoma, a rare cancer that forms in the spine. Hoggard played inspired football during his absence and rode Braswell's return to an appearance in the 4A East Regional Final. The longtime leader, for whom the football stadium is named, becomes the fourth coach in the area to leave his post this offseason. The third annual Teacher Trot 5K Race and Fun Run, presented by Hendrick Toyota of Wilmington, is Saturday, May 2nd. The event will begin at 8 a.m. and will be held at Ashley High School. Proceeds raised from the event will help to support staff wellness and student physical education programs. The event is being sponsored by Hendrick Toyota, Ashton Farm, Pierce Group Benefits, Shaver Chiropractic, T-Mobile, and other supporting community sponsors. The Teacher Trot is a great opportunity for New Hanover County Schools employees, students, parents, and community members to run together in an effort to build our district's wellness programs. Many schools have formed teams and will compete for awards that include Most School Spirit and Most Participation. In addition, awards will be given to the top 3 finishers in the following categories: age groups, best overall, and teams. Registration is now open for the New Hanover County School Teacher Trot. Registration costs are $25 for adults and $15 for students. Race day registration will be $30 and will begin at 7 a.m. You can register online. For additional information, contact Jessica Elliott at jessica.elliott@nhcs.net or 910-254-4304. Now don't go away. Coming up, Wrightsboro Elementary receives books from a first book grant. Plus, we have this week's edition of the Lunch Bill Affair. Your school news will continue after the break.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers. This first pitch is fouled between back.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Once they've outgrown their toddler seat, they're still not ready for adult safety belts alone. 4'9" is the magic number. Until then, kids need a booster seat. Make sure your little pumpkin gets there safely. Visit boosterseat.gov.
Welcome back to Your School News. All this month, our C Block is devoted to making Earth Day every day. During the month, we are celebrating and explaining the many ways we can help the Earth all year long. With our nation's population doubling over the past 50 years, our thirst for water is growing, and at least 36 states are facing water shortages. In fact, the need for conserving water is becoming more and more critical. Water is one of our most precious resources, and we need it to survive. It is important that we work together and start using water more efficiently in order to save money, energy, and resources. We get a report on the importance of water conservation from YSN reporter Cassie Williamson.
So a couple things that people can do at home just to be a little bit more conscientious of their water use. We have certain water efficient devices now. A lot of the older homes, which you'll find in Wilmington, if they haven't been retrofitted, one of the biggest water wasters in the home is your toilet. And there's different things that you can do that are simple and relatively inexpensive that can have a fairly large impact on your overall water use. One of the things that we've got was actually developed here locally, and this is called a float booster. This is for the old style toilets that have the ball valve in the back of the tank. And this simply, the ball valve would rest on here, and you would simply attach it with this little elastic strap. And this actually prohibits some of the water to fill up the tank all the way. And that's one thing you can use. And another item that's similar is what's called a tank bank. And this is similar to a hot water bottle, it looks like, but you actually fill this with water, and then there's a little hook that you can hang on the inside of the toilet. And what that also does is displaces some of the water in the back of the tank. Staying in the bathroom, another item is a low-flow shower head. These have come a long way over the years. In the past, they restricted water flow somewhat, so people really didn't care for them because they felt like they weren't getting the pressure from their shower. These now you can use up to as little as a gallon a minute now when you take a shower. Simple faucet aerators. A lot of faucets now already have these. They're equipped with it. This is a simple one that goes on the kitchen sink. Your water still comes out. You get plenty of flow. What it does is actually mixes air with it. As the water comes through your faucet, it's being mixed with air. And it just seems like you're still getting the same amount of water in the flow, but it's actually because it's mixed with the air bubbles, you're not using quite as much. Again, one of the biggest water wasters in the home are leaky toilets, and sometimes you can have what's called a silent leak. People don't even realize that their toilet is leaking. They make these little dye tablets, and there's 2 in a pack. And what you can do with these is we recommend that you test your toilet maybe at least annually. If you don't have a dye tablet, you can use regular household food coloring. Let it sit for a couple minutes. When you come back, if you've got colored water in the toilet bowl, you've got a leak somewhere between the tank and your bowl. And that's usually a simple fix. It's usually the flappers not getting a tight seal. And then outdoors, simple thing, use a hose nozzle if you're washing your car, doing your gardening. This one is really neat because it's got a lot of different adjustments on it, so it can do all kinds of things. Basically, you're going to use the water only when you're activating the hose nozzle. But certainly we want people to use the water, but just be smart about how you use it, and you can use it more efficiently. It'll end up saving the water, but it also save you money on your bills.
Thanks, Cassie. In addition to saving money on your utility bill, water conservation helps prevent water pollution in nearby lakes, rivers, and local watersheds. And join us next week for another edition of series Earth Day Every Day. It's time now for this week's lunch bill of fare. Across the county, school lunchrooms have gotten a facelift and a menu makeover. This week, Creed Rassin, lunch menu analyst, joins us with the week's school lunch menu so parents, students, teachers, and everyone working with the new Hanover County school system can plan their lunchtime options.
Thanks, and welcome to this week's lunch bill of fare. We've got a great menu this week featuring American classics, so let's take a look at this week's menu. On Tuesday, April 7th, satisfy your appetite with chicken and waffles, Salisbury steak with a biscuit, or a slice of pizza. Don't forget to add red mashed potatoes with gravy, a garden salad, and fresh fruit to your plate to make a fantastic meal. On Wednesday, April 8th, have a nice school-cooked meal of chicken nuggets with a roll, tuna salad sandwich, or a bacon cheeseburger. Keep your belly cheering with joy by adding pasta salad, glazed carrots, a garden salad, and diced pears. On Thursday, April 9th, your school's cafeteria will be serving 3 entrees to choose from: cheesy breadstick bites, chicken fajita with Spanish rice, or a hot dog with chili. Complete your awesome meal with macaroni salad, great northern beans, a garden salad, and fresh fruit. On Friday, April 10th, you won't want to miss out on lunch, as your cafeteria will be serving popcorn chicken with a roll, a pepperoni pizza hoagie, or a pork barbecue rib sandwich. A side item includes macaroni and cheese, carrot sticks, garden salad, and diced peaches. For this weekend's healthy tip, we want to remind everyone to eat about 2,000 calories a day to maintain a healthy weight. While calorie amounts can vary depending on body size and activity level, 2,000 calories can help most people keep their current weight. On Monday, April 13th, embark on a delicious journey by treating yourself with either oven-roasted chicken with rice and gravy, a beef taco with Spanish rice, or a mouth-watering cheeseburger. Choose from an assortment of sides including barbecue pinto beans, a garden salad, and a frozen fruit cup. Now recapping this week's lunch menu. On Tuesday, we have a delicious Salisbury steak. On Thursday, we have a wonderful hot dog. plus some great sides all week long. From the newsroom, that's this week's Lunch Bill of Fare. Now back to you.
Thanks, Creed. Don't forget, you can also catch the Lunch Bill of Fare during the morning show here on the Learning Network and get lots of healthful nutrition information online at www.nhcs.net/nutrition. Now don't go away. Coming up, Wrightsboro Elementary receives books from a First Book Grant. This is Your School News on Cable and online. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Every day, online predators make their way into homes uninvited and unnoticed. Help delete online predators. To learn what you can do to protect your kids' online life, visit cybertipline.com.
Welcome back to Your School News. Wrightsboro first and second grade students received 3 books each from the First Book Grant. First Book has elevated the quality of education for students in need on a permanent, sustainable basis for a number of years, and they don't do it alone. This first book was made possible by the Landfall Foundation. One Wrightsboro second grader stated that she likes the books a lot and reads them every day. She's already on Chapter 6 of a Judy Moody book. The students are allowed to choose whatever books they would like as long as it's school appropriate and is a challenging reading level. The books bought using the grants span from R.L. Stein's Goosebumps to Captain Underpants and the Perilous Plot of Professor Poopy Pants. No matter how formats and technologies change, students from low-income families will still need access to rich and varied content. First Book and the Landfall Foundation are helping guide the local publishing industry as it evolves so that all children can benefit from new technologies and flourish as readers. That does it for this edition of Your School News. Recapping some of our main stories: Pine Valley Elementary Skyped around the world, Williston Middle School hosted the Clothesline Muse, and a Wildcat senior collected books for Snipes Elementary. Remember, Your School News is on cable and online. And don't forget to start your morning with our Light and Lively morning show, weekdays at 6 a.m. I'm Ryan Spurney. On behalf of the entire YSN crew, thanks for watching New Hanover County Schools TV on the Learning Network. Have a great week.